Humans have been giving gifts to each other since the beginning of humanity. I mean, just look at King Nebuchadnezzar II. When he had the Hanging Gardens of Babylon built as a gift for his wife Queen Midas around 550 BC, or even further back when cavemen would give presents of unusual shaped rocks or animal teeth to strengthen social connections and show their appreciation to others. Now give these cavemen a few thousand years and their gifts turn from cool rocks to some pretty dope shit. And with that, here are 4 bizarre gifts throughout history. In 1861, a king named Somdetch Phra Paramendr Maha Mongkut, or just Mongkut, decided to show his friendship to the United States and its president, Abraham Lincoln. See, King Mongkut was the king of Thailand, or Siam at the time. King Mongkut would decide to send him a sword and scabbard, a photograph of him and his daughter, and a pair of elephant tusks. Later, after learning elephants were not native to America, he wanted to send mating pairs, but Siam didn't have any vessels large enough to transport them. King Mongkut would write in a letter explaining that if the President of the United States and Congress approved of the offer, then to send a well-stocked ship. King Mongkut explains in the letter that the elephants should be kept away from the cold and under the sun, and even states, "Let them with all haste be turned out to run wild in some jungle suitable for them, not confining them any length of time." As well as, if these means can be done, we trust that the elephants will propagate their species hereafter in the continent of America. Lincoln would sadly reject the offer, stating, "America does not reach a latitude so low as to favor the multiplication of the elephant, and that steam on land, as well as on water, has been our best and most efficient agent of transportation in internal commerce." It's crazy to think that if Thailand had bigger boats in 1861, America could have been populated with elephants. Thai monarchy historians believe that King Mongkut wanted to be a part of building the young United States, and at the time, elephants were a big part of transportation, work, and warfare in Thailand, and was seen as a big help to the United States by King Mongkut. Queen Victoria was Queen of Great Britain and Ireland and India and colonialism. She can be associated with Britain's great age of industrial expansion and economic progress. Queen Victoria may have loved colonialism, but she also loved nudes, maybe just as much. Queen Victoria and her husband Prince Albert would gift each other many lewd paintings and sculptures. One of the biggest gifts is a painting by Franz Xaver Winterhalter called Florinda. Queen Victoria had the painting commissioned for Albert's 33rd birthday in 1852. She would have the painting hung right above their writing desk. Later in 1855, Queen Victoria would gift The Bather by John Lawler, a nude female marble statue, to Albert. Another painting that Queen Victoria gifted Albert is the L'Allegro by William Edward Frost. The painting displays the daughters of Zeus walking through the countryside. Prince Albert would even have a statue made for Queen Victoria of himself, cladded as a Greek warrior. Victoria loved the gift, but Albert would have second thoughts about displaying it to the public because of the bare legs and feet. He would have it later made again, but with sandals and a longer tunic. So this one's more cool than bizarre, but the history behind it is worth it. So the Resolute desk was first constructed and gifted to Rutherford B. Hayes in 1880. Rutherford B. Hayes is the 19th President of the United States of America. What led to the creation of the desk is interesting as well. 28 years earlier, in 1852, a ship named the HMS Resolute was part of a British Arctic expedition to search for Sir John Franklin, who had previously disappeared while trying to discover the Northwest Passage. While the HMS was searching for Sir John Franklin, it got trapped in ice and abandoned. Later, in 1855, an American whaler recovered the ship, and Congress would have the ship refit and sent back to England as a gift in friendship. After some time, the HMS Resolute would be decommissioned, and Queen Victoria would have the oak timbers from the ship made into a desk as a gift for President Hayes. Before we get into this, it should be known that unicorn horns were legendary objects that most people in the Middle Ages believed in. In fact, unicorns were even mentioned in the Hebrew Bible as reem. Many people believed the horns to contain healing powers and antidote virtues. This led to them becoming one of the most expensive and reputable remedies during the Renaissance. They would be used as diplomatic gifts, and chips and dust could be purchased at a lower price. Horns would even be put on display or used to create scepters and other royal objects like the unicorn throne of the Danish kings, the scepter and imperial crown of the Austrian Empire, and the scabbard and the hilt of the sword of Charles the Bold. The belief of unicorns would eventually die out near the end of the 16th century with the discovery of the narwhal. But before the narwhals were ousted, in October of 1533, Pope Clement VII was attending the wedding of King Francis of France's niece in Marseille. Pope Clement would gift the king a 2 cubits long unicorn horn. It is said that the king never moved again without a bag filled with unicorn powder. Well, that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.